Hey guys, Elise and Dan here, and we're going deep on intermittent fasting today. It's something that is so near and dear to our hearts and basically changed our lives ever since we started doing it. We could not be bigger advocates for it. And unfortunately, we've seen over the past few years it be kind of demonized, and it's like this fad that's kind of like trendy and really cool, and it's something to like talk about, but everybody's missing the benefits. We need to really go back to why this is so important and how beneficial it is to your digestive system and your overall body.
Yeah, so I think it's like whenever anything becomes trendy, I think people are going to jump all over being the first ones to bash it. And I think especially with intermittent fasting, where it's anything that kind of requires discipline, I think people are going to be really quick to dismiss and push aside, and I feel like that's another topic for another video. But things that you see all the time are mostly that intermittent fasting is just like this gimmick as a way to cut calories. And there's so much more that goes into nutrition than calories. There's so much that goes into weight loss or weight gain, so much more than calories. And I think the better way to look at intermittent fasting is it's basically the ancestral specific way humans should be eating. This is the way humans evolved. This is sort of the hunter-gatherer approach to eating, rather than the very recent and comfortable life where everybody has a refrigerator full of food and food is always available. For millions of years, food was not always available.
Yeah, so let's break down exactly what intermittent fasting is, just in case if anyone has any concerns. So intermittent fasting is from the time you are finished eating your last meal, say hypothetically dinner or snack, until you sleep, wake up, and then eat your first meal in the morning. And that intermittent fasting time frame where it's going to be most beneficial is between 14 and 16 hours.
Yeah. So it's basically, rather as opposed to a long fast where we're going to fast for 2-3 days, you're going to break up your fast intermittently throughout the week, where you have moderate level fasting, I'd call it. But it's, like I said before, it's not just a gimmick to cut calories. It's not like, oh, you have this short window, you're obviously going to eat less. A lot of times that will happen. A lot of times people eat the exact same amount of food, just in a shorter window, and still get unbelievable health benefits.
Yes.
And that's because, like I said before, you're eating more in line with the way that your body was designed evolutionarily to handle food.
You're giving it that time to recover and relax and digest and assimilate to all of the extra activities and stressors that are going on for the other hours of the day in your life.
Yeah, every day throughout your life, you have cells that are dying, you have cells that are kind of breaking down. And if your body never has a chance to go through and kind of eat those cells and use them to build new cells, then they're going to multiply. You're going to have issues, health issues. The same way that if your liver is always helping to cleanse the food you're eating, it doesn't have a chance to detoxify, heavy metals you might have in your body or other environmental toxins, things that we have in our air and in our water supply. So there's a lot of steps that your body needs to take kind of subconsciously to take care of you and to keep running properly. So if you're always bogged down by food, you're missing that window.
Right. Yes. So intermittent fasting, as short as we can say, because we could talk about this for hours, but it's so imperative and something that we speak so highly of. We, like I said, think passionately about. There are so many benefits to it that we could not be bigger advocates of it.
We highly suggest working in some intermittent fasting into your day-to-day.
And it can be very jarring to be like, oh my gosh, wait, 16 hours of food, I'm so not used to it. just build yourself up to it. Think about when the last meal is, that last something that you put in your mouth before you go to bed, to the next morning. If you're someone who does eat late at night and then first thing in the morning, just gradually go longer and longer without it. So start with 10 hours, then start with 12 hours, then 11, 12, 13, 14, and it's very easily adjustable, and your body is going to be so happy that you do this. We promise.
You really will like it. It's going to help with inflammation. It's going to help with bloating. It's going to help you digest better when you do eat.
You'll get into a rhythm, and your body will adapt. We have to give our bodies credit, because this is what we're made for. We're made to rest and digest and not eat constantly all day long.